all about the music, and we're here for it. Terry Hart, let's talk about who is so happy together on the screen right now, and that is one...
Natalie Portman and John Hamm.
Yes.
Natalie Portman and John Hamm walked the red carpet last night for their new drama called Lucy in the Sky. Our Lauren Howe was there to talk to them. Natalie Portman, again, just wowing.
Beautiful.
She is so beautiful. John Hamm, not too bad himself. And so, just to sum it up a little bit, Lucy in the Sky, Natalie Portman plays an astronaut. This is loosely based on a real story. She plays an astronaut who comes back to Earth and kind of struggles to adapt to being back on Earth. But what she talked to Lauren Howe about was how she got into character to play the astronaut and the physicality of playing an astronaut.
Thank you, Natalie. You're the best.
When you were talking about getting into a role and getting into a character is the physicality behind it and thinking about what she might be doing. So what did you think about for Lucy?
Well, that was actually a big part of the character because when I talked to some of the astronauts at NASA, they were talking about how heavy the suits are. They're like 300 pounds, which of course they're weightless in space, but you still, even to move your arms in it, you have to be very strong. So I was lifting a lot, and like I don't normally like lift weights, so watching how they moved, like the swagger, that had a big influence too on her.
I feel like I even picked that up from the trailer alone. Like you can see the swag already.
Well, it's great to get to see a woman do that. I think we're so used to like seeing that guy who's like kind of the cocky hot guy on, like on campus, you know. And then we're like, what's the female version of that?
Exactly.
She definitely found the female version of that, and she plays against John Hamm in this. John Hamm plays a fellow astronaut, and they get into a romantic relationship together that kind of falls apart. And as I said, Dee, this is loosely based on a true story. And John Hamm was interesting about how he wanted to walk the line about how they were telling this story versus kind of kicking somebody when they're down, because he said he could really relate to life kind of falling apart. Here's what he said to Lauren.
Okay.
So you first remember when that hit the news, and then now that you've completed this project, how has that changed your perception on her story?
I remember that hit the news, and I remember thinking like, whoa, what is it that makes somebody break like that? What is it that makes somebody really go out of bounds in that real way? Especially somebody that is, by all accounts, a professional, has reached a certain level of competence. What is that? And I'm not I don't love like making fun of people when they're going through something. I don't think that's fair, because I think we've all been there, and maybe we all haven't done exactly that.
Interesting.
Interesting, right? Now, that one is opening in theaters soon, so if those interviews piqued your interest, and I'm sure they did, it's also a really interesting thing. Noah Hawley, who I've talked to a bunch of times because he directs Fargo and Legion on FX, this is his feature film directorial debut.
Which is awesome.
So he spent a lot of time in television really honing those skills, and it's a really visually interesting movie. He plays with aspect ratio, so the picture on the screen is changing sizes throughout to kind of, you know, kind of visually tell you what Natalie Portman's character is going through, from her wide experience to her narrow experience.
So uses it physically, the space, as a narrative to convey what's happening within their lines and their state of mind. Also, you're not here tomorrow. You're taking a well-deserved day off. So let's look ahead to the weekend, because the People's Choice, there'll be so many options this year. You think that there's a lot of buzz about and waves about the movie The Waves?
Just Waves.
Just Waves.
Waves. I saw that yesterday, and I think there's a lot of buzz about that. Sterling K. Brown stars in that movie. It seems to be the one that's a bit of a discovery for people. Also, Just Mercy, Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx. That I know Devo has seen and said it was, the entire theater were just puddles after it. I'm going to see that this afternoon,
Joker,
see if I agree.
Maybe?
Joker has a lot of buzz. It won in Venice. It won the Golden Lion, I believe it's called, at the Venice Film Festival. So it's already racking up the hardware. People are loving Joaquin Phoenix's performance.
What if Hustlers takes the people?
What if Hustlers? Imagine. Well, we will have our interview with J-Lo and Constance tomorrow on Entertainment City. As you said, I won't be here. I'm going to have a sleep-in, because tonight I'm going to be having my last red carpet of TIFF and hoping to talk to the boss, Bruce Springsteen, about Western Stars.
And we've got
so
Nicole Kidman's The Goldfinch.
Yeah, that's coming up just in about a half an hour.
Awesome. Thanks, Terry. Right now, over to Mel.